Mm, I am back with Shaman King. It's been a while since I talked about the series. Or was it a week? I don't know why. I feel like it's been 3 weeks, but it's actually just been 1 week since I've done a review on this. I just was so tired I could barely even get out of bed. To the point where nah, I'll just talk about the next episode next week. And here we are, next week. And one thing I learned about Shaman King as a constant repeat is moving on, growing up, and not falling from the past. It has happened a lot with Ren, with Lyserg, with a lot of people, even Choco Love, where it seems that the past seems to be holding everybody down. Even Hao himself, you know, he's the way he is because of his past, because of his ability. Anna herself, and the opposite, was the same as Hal, was able to move on because of her past. It seems that a lot of pain happens with these people, and because of that, they are who they are today. You know, Rand was different the way he was raised and stuff like that. He was a merciless child who caused a great consequence of killing one of the shaman participants, well, one of the staff members, Chrome, and end up causing another cycle of revenge, which he's trying to overcome. Same thing with Choco Love. He killed someone on Christmas. Turns out that same person, that boy, and his sister were there. Red Sir was there looking for their father's killer. Didn't realize Choco Love was the one that did it, but they found him. Another scene of cycle of vengeance. And once you cross the line, even if you do want to go back, you still have to pay that consequence. If you haven't realized it, Ren had to pay it where he got struck down. Then now Joko himself as well got struck down. However, it seems that Yo is trying himself very hard for Red Sir not to go down that path. The never-ending spiral of revenge. The best way to do this, I guess, is No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle, where, Travis in the first game killed tons of people. Even there was even this one side mission, Travis Touchdown, went on to kill a bunch of guys. And then it turns out that those guys he killed, not just the guy he killed in the very beginning of the first game, they're just some side characters, literally side characters. And it turns out those sort of one of the people that was higher ups, the final boss, and number two was his relatives. So of course he wants revenge, which caused him to kill Travis's best friend. So Travis killed all these people, reached number one to get to him, only realizing all his killing was for nothing. Any day he felt like he didn't have to do this. What was the point of all this? You know, he saw it through to the end, but he got nothing out of it. He didn't feel whole. He didn't feel complete until he decided to be by the side of those who were still alive within his family. It's only then where he truly felt complete. To move on to be the bigger person. One of the things I do appreciate about No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle. And other games do this too, like Nier Automata, but I'm not sure it's really it's a cycle of revenge and also of life and death as well. And once I fail to do it, is Last of Us Part 2. But I'm going to let that slide. So, the Golem is very special, and it shows also a piece of history about how shamans themselves were some who were weak, who weren't strong enough to control spiritual allies, so they use their own mana to power these very extremely powerful golems. So I'm guessing they must have put their souls into these golems in order to activate them to be very powerful. You haven't seen the full potential of the golem itself is to do such mass destruction on its own was very impressive and frightening. These things were used in the past to defend themselves, I guess, of a dying civilization. I'm guessing whether Wrestler's father was part of the civilization or they discovered the technology of this dead civilization and they were using it to, I guess, to stop the number one enemy. The thing immediately went after Hal. So I'm guessing there's some ties there. It seems like everyone has ties to Hal, whether you have ties to him because you follow him or you have ties to him because you're against him. Either way, Hal is this giant fat spider in the middle of this humongous web that everyone seems to be attached to in a way, you know. And Yo is definitely inside of a pickle here, but then Life Surge shows up, another good example of someone from his past being killed by Hal. Even though he still wants to stop Hal, it's no longer consumed by vengeance, but now to help out his friends and to actually put a stop to him by any means necessary, whether he wants to kill him or not. But that's not his only objective. Now he has this better understanding, thanks to Yo and his friends, that vengeance itself is just not good, because it will lead down to a path of more killing over and over again. You kill the person you want to kill, then someone else along who admire that person will kill you, and it goes on and on and on, and it never ends. So yeah, that's how it is right now. And Yo seems to be inside a pickle, but luckily Nightshade and them are there, and Nightshade has some resolve, so we will see. At the same time, you see Chuckle and I guess inside the Great Spirit, which I do appreciate how Shaman sets up the spiritual world. Instead of it just being heaven and hell and stuff like that, it's this one giant. The entire thing is the Spirit King. The entire thing is like the levels you go up to on it. So it's not just these different planes of existence. It's one giant plane of existence with just different stages based off mental or spiritual states, which I do appreciate how they did the properties of the spiritual king, almost like in Final Fantasy VII with how the life stream is in a way. You know, there's no heaven and hell. It's just the life stream. Like there's no heaven and hell in Shaman King. There is, but it's really just one big plane of existence, you know. Instead of circling on a plane like a live stream, it's just goes up like a giant tower, never ending tower. So that's pretty much how it is, which is very impressive. So I do like how they set up that world building when it comes to the spiritual energy in the world of Shaman King. You know, put a lot of thought and detail to that. Baron Bleach, in my opinion. Because Bleach made no sense to me in some aspects, a lot of aspects actually. But that's a video for another other day. So anyways, that's it what I got for the vid. I'm gonna try to catch up with some more Z's, man. I'm doggone tired. I wasn't make this one either, but here I am. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon. This has been Background on Anime. Signing out.